Welcome back everyone, let's talk cheesy garlic bread. Let's go. This isn't going to be any cheesy garlic bread. We're going to make our own ciabatta. We're going to confit the garlic, and then we're going to mix two very delicious types of cheeses to create the ultimate, the best, the most tasty garlic bread you've ever had in your entire life. So hang around for this one. Let's get straight into it. So the ciabatta recipe starts the night before. Into a bowl you want to place 250 grams of high quality bread flour along with 3 grams of active dried yeast and 200 millilitres of lukewarm water. Give that all a mix until you have a rough, wet dough start to form, and then you're going to want to wrap that in cling film and let that go to sleep overnight until it is nice and bubbly and ready to go in the morning. Fast forward to the next day. Into the bowl of a stand mixer you want to place 700 grams of high quality bread flour along with 28 grams of salt and 6 grams of active dry yeast. Make sure you separate these in different sides of the bowl. You don't want the yeast to mix with the salt straight away. Place that onto your stand mixer, chuck on your dough hook, and then you want to start incorporating 530 grams of lukewarm water. This is what your Bigga looks like. This is the mix we made the night before. Once your dough has formed a rough, shaggy dough, you want to add the Bigga into the stand mixer and continue mixing this on a medium speed for about 8 to 10 minutes. This is going to be an extremely wet dough, so I highly recommend only doing this if you have a stand mixer. Place your dough into a very heavily oiled bowl and then wrap that in some cling film, and you want to let this rest for 1 to 2 hours or until it has doubled in size. Once your dough has doubled in size, you want to oil your hands and follow exactly what I'm doing here in the video. You want to kind of scoop under the dough and lift it back over itself. Rotate the bowl, scoop under the dough and lift it back over itself. Go around the bowl doing this a couple of times, and then we're going to wrap this up in cling film again and we're going to let that double in size once again for 1 to 2 hours. Your dough is going to look somewhat like this, super bubbly and delicious. You're going to want to heavily, and I mean heavily, flour your work surface and turn your dough very gently out onto your floured work surface. Flour the top of the dough, and then we're going to split this into 2 even pieces, so we're going to get 2 loaves of ciabatta out of this recipe. Because the dough for this recipe is so wet, you are going to struggle shaping this, so just make sure your hands are floured, the work surface is floured, and just pat it into a rough kind of shape of a loaf. You're not going to be able to get this perfect just because of the wetness of this dough. Once you've done that, lift that onto a tray lined with baking parchment, and then you're going to let this prove again for a further 1 to 2 hours or until roughly doubled in size. While it's proving, just give it a little spray of water to keep the dough nice and hydrated. Chuck that into an oven, preheated to 180 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Make sure you spray the oven with water as well. This is just going to create steam and make a really nice crust for the ciabatta. Place them bad boys onto a cooling rack, and then we will crack on with the next element. We're going to be making confit garlic. You can make as much or as little of this as you like. So place your peeled garlic into a pan, cover that with olive oil and bring that up to a simmer on a very low heat. Once those garlic cloves are starting to get a little bit soft, you want to remove that from the heat. Cover that with cling film and let that rest for about an hour until it's completely cooled. Once cooled, chuck it into a mason jar and keep this and use it for whatever the hell you want. Time to assemble these beauties. Take yourself a loaf of that ciabatta and slice that lengthways. You want to take one of those halves and brush that generously with the garlic oil, and then you're going to chuck that under the grill and you're going to cook that until it is nice and golden. Immediately you want to crush some of those cloves of confit garlic on top of the ciabatta, followed by a healthy handful of grated pizza mozzarella and then a healthy handful of Parmesan Reggiano. Immediately throw that baby under the grill and cook until it is a nice deep rich golden brown colour. Garnish that bad boy with a little bit of chopped fresh parsley and you are ready to enjoy. cheesy garlic bread. Mission accomplished. We made our own flat ciabatta. We made our own ciabatta, and this stuff is absolutely delicious. The Bigga that we made, the water, flour and yeast that we left overnight, that stuff just gives us a slightly tangy flavour, almost kind of sourdough-esque, but that's what gives it the nice ciabatta-y texture. Let's get straight into trying it because I'm really excited for this. Holy, that's like flavour explosions in your mouth. The Confit Garlic is giving a really nice garlicky flavour, but it's not like that raw garlic flavour, it's sweet, it's oh wow, just amazing. Listen to this, the crunch from that bread as well. Rate this. We had turned garlic bread into something
incredible.
Look at that. Nice little air bubbles, air pockets in that bread. Man, the mozzarella and the parmesan giving a really distinct flavour on top of there. Parsley, just for a little bit of green, you know? Make it look healthy, at least. And brushing the bread with the oil before we grilled it has helped that oil soak into the layers of the bread. I'm lost for words. That is absolutely incredible. If you don't want to make garlic bread, just go make that ciabatta, because that is amazing. Wow. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, don't forget to subscribe. Leave it a like if you've enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you want me to make next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.
Bye bye.